The graveyard had grown quiet in recent days, save for the occasional rustle of wind through the moss-covered stones. But tonight, I felt a shift, a disturbance in the stillness. Someone had entered my domain. His presence carried a mix of curiosity and trepidation, a boldness tempered by the fear he didn't yet admit to himself. I watched as he wandered through the cemetery, his words cutting through the heavy silence. He called out to us, inviting us to reveal ourselves. A ghost hunter, he claimed. I've encountered many like him before, eager, skeptical, and entirely unprepared. He stopped near Dawn's grave, mentioning the old warhorse. Poor Dawn, forever tethered to this place, his restless spirit echoing in the faintest sounds of galloping through the grass. Dawn's loyalty to his master keeps him here, though his master long since abandoned him to time. The hunter moved on, his camera lingering on the mausoleums. He marveled at their grandeur, noting how they resembled a neighborhood of the dead. One in particular caught his attention, the bricked-up mausoleum. I could almost hear his thoughts as he pondered why it had been sealed. They all wonder, but no one ever dares to find out. He knocked on the cold stone as if expecting an answer. I stayed silent, letting the weight of the cemetery settle around him. The air grew colder as I moved closer, my presence brushing past him like a shadow in the night. He shivered, but pressed on, his courage carrying him deeper into the graveyard. When he reached another mausoleum, I decided to play. A faint shuffle of footsteps echoed around him. He froze, his breath hitching as he scanned the darkness. I let him catch a glimpse of me, a fleeting shadow darting between the stones. His heartbeat quickened, and I reveled in his growing unease. He called out, demanding to know who or what was there. I answered with silence, letting the stillness stretch thin before breaking it with a soft whisper, just loud enough for him to hear. He turned sharply, his eyes wide, but I was already gone, watching him from the periphery. The hunter's resolve wavered as he approached the bricked mausoleum. He muttered to himself, questioning why it had been sealed, but he would never understand. That place holds secrets far older and darker than his camera could capture. I whispered again, this time closer, letting my voice wrap around him like a chilling wind. He spun, the camera trembling in his hand. His courage faltered, and I felt the familiar satisfaction of fear taking hold. Finally, I let him see me, a smirk barely visible in the moonlight, a figure cloaked in shadow. He stumbled back, his breath catching in his throat,